We are back at the Golden Griffin Mine. It is early spring, the snow has melted off. I have Harry from Mine Operator and Pete from Standing Bear Logging here helping me out. We're gonna rip on these surface veins. We're gonna collect some samples. There's gonna be some other familiar faces that are gonna join us a little bit later. But let's get this excavator here behind me fired up, or we're gonna start ripping on these veins and finding some gold. This is way easier than blasting. We should do it like this every day. Look at that slab of galena. Right up through there. It changes the strike of the vein a little bit right in here. We see that underground. Where's all the gold? So for those of you who've seen the previous videos on this place, we're looking for quartz like this. This is vein quartz. It's the stuff that carries the gold around here. There are two different veins up here behind me in the rock. And our goal today is to get the excavator up there and rip the surface talus off, rip all the loose rock off, and expose the vein so we can see, one, what the vein looks like, and two, if there's any gold or mineralization. We're gonna try and take the excavator from this landing here straight up this little draw around that dump pile. And I'll walk up here for you so you can see where we're going. There's a bunch of different quartz laying around, but there's two veins up here and they're fairly pinched right in this area. There's one right here that runs right over the top of this little knob and right down kind of where the excavator's parked. The second one is about 20 feet over this way. There's a little bit of quartz right up here on this knob and it runs right down through this little draw and right up by that T-post. So our first mission is to get the excavator up here without killing ourselves, and then we're going to start ripping all this talus off and looking for quartz. Here we go.
Like a kid in a candy store, or a boy with a new toy.
Well, we're already on our first side quest here. I thought, well, I'll just dig here a little bit where I parked the excavator when I brought it in. It's right at the edge of this vein, so I thought, well, I'll just work this area a little bit and see if I can uncover something before we move up top. And we're kind of right in the zone here. There's quartz right here by there. It's running right through here somewhere. So let me move this pile I got in front of me, see if we can expose this vein a little bit. With the idea being, you know, in the future, you'd come in here and this could be an area where you'd portal off and you'd just follow the vein down at a decline about 15 degrees and you could access the old workings. Pete's taking a look here. It either pinched right here at the end, or you got something.
I'd say that has quartz in it, but it's really thin.
Oh yeah, you're right. And that's right, like right where the rebar is. Okay. I wonder if I can rip this little knob off you're standing on and get back there another couple feet, because there's quartz laying right there.
Yep. And it's on that rock face.
Okay.
So it could just dive, and we're just at the very edge of it.
Right at the pinch. Okay. Well, let me rip on this a little more.
When Jason was excavating, he found this. An old bottle. If anybody knows what was inside this bottle, I'd be interested to know. I don't see any markings on it.
Jason down there making a beautiful hole. Seeing what he can find where that terminates at the edge of the dump there. Not very often Jason gets to do the playing at the mine.
Let's go see what we're looking at here.
It doesn't really look like it's vein.
No.
It still looks like host rock here.
And nothing over in here. It's hard where the teeth scrape. It smears it all, but... Hey, where'd that vein go?
Right here.
Oh, you see some?
Right
oh, there's
there.
some. Okay.
We're just hitting it.
Boy, it's only about an inch wide.
Yep, it is. It's right there.
Oh, right in line with the fin hoe. Look at that. The fin hoe's pointing right to it, just like you laid it. All right. So it should be down in here somewhere.
Yep.
All right, I'll start ripping this off then. We'll peel off the footwall here. We'll get down to hopefully where that, right there where that vein is. And we'll have a look at the side of it, I hope. Now I gotta move a bunch more rock to get over here. That's what we're getting, about a 2-inch vein, kind of right there, right behind Harry. There's quartz there and mineralization, it's just very small. I think I might try ripping a little bit more kind of over Harry's right shoulder there and see if I can expose a little bit more, but I don't want to spend a whole lot of time here if the vein's only 2 inches. Got the vein running kind of right through there, I think. Is that vein?
No.
Okay, more ripping. Yeah, now we hit it.
Right here, and you're about 4 inches wide.
4 inches wide. Well, 4 inches isn't too bad, huh, Harry?
8 inches right here.
8 inches over by Harry.
That's it right there.
I've seen worse than 4 inches.
Got a piece of your tooth right there.
Yeah? You found his boot. I just saw a big piece of quartz come flying out of the hole.
There.
Here we go. There's our vein.
Want to see if it sings?
Sure.
No.
You got a hammer? Break that thing open. Let's see what it looks like on a nice clean surface.
We got a stripe in there. That's good. There's my sister cup.
Where's all the gold?
Maybe in a limonite.
All right, what do we do with it?
Here.
Put it over there. So is it, are we thinking from here to here is the vein?
Somewhere in that general vicinity. Like it might be widening up right here because
Yeah, that looks like the footwall, doesn't it?
yeah.
The problem is this rock's so hard. This little excavator's not doing a very good job ripping it off.
Yeah, but imagine trying to do this by hand.
Oh, yeah, we'd be here. We'd spend all week and not get this far. We've been doing this, what, an hour maybe?
Something like that.
I lost my magnet the first 10 minutes when I fell over when I got here, so now I got a substitute. Still think there's something there. Cheating. Yeah. Iron sulfide.
Right in the vein.
I like it.
What do you think?
I want the north vein.
Yeah, let's go up. What do you think, Pete?
Sounds good. As long as we're moving dirt and rock, that's a good day.
Oh boy, look, he's got all the fancy tools.
It does widen up right there too.
It does, yeah. I can try and rip some more on it.
I think I got a piece of your tooth. Yeah, it's a piece of iron.
Oh, there it is. I think I just saw it pull up in your magnet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See all the little shiny bits?
Mm-hmm.
It's off your teeth.
I just ripped off another rock and it looks like it's full of galena. Harry's giving it the once over with the real eyeballs. We're all getting old enough we can't see anymore, so we gotta get some assistance.
Looks like galena.
Looks like galena. Can we hammer it off of there? Let's get a close-up look at what we're seeing here.
There's a nice little crack right here, so we can probably pick it out.
Is that some? There's some. Is that some?
Yeah, unoxidized.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Right in there.
All right, hold that.
And that's where all the gold's been. Oh yeah, it's
in that line, right?
yep, right where your detector was going crazy.
Like it was supposed to come out.
Yeah.
Oxidized, unoxidized.
I like it. That's what we want to see. Metal.
Yeah, metal.
More metal.
Yeah, there's galena in that for sure.
Yeah. More. Just get the big rocks with gold in them.
Yeah. We don't want the other
We
stuff.
got copper in that one.
That's good.
Yeah.
I was wrong. The line's going this way. This is on the, I guess, the footwall.
Well, is this? Yeah, this is the footwall here, or is
Looks
that
like
is this footwall?
No, I think the footwall's there.
That's
There.
all-
Yeah, this is all vein. Yeah, that's quartz there.
So the galena you found right here is pretty much on the foot.
Yeah, right on the footwall.
Okay.
Every little peck, we got to stop and look. Oh, that looks good.
Look at
That one flung down. How's that one look? Ooh,
Yeah.
a lot of pretty colors in there. All up here, galena there. Big quartz crystals there. It almost looks like there's like diorite in with it, like some
yeah, it's something.
intrusive stuff there. Definitely some mineralization.
Here's the hanging wall or footwall.
Yeah.
One of them.
Yeah.
This is the orientation.
Just like that. So the good stuff's on the footwall.
Yeah.
You can tell that's been up near the surface.
It's all red.
It's all leached.
Yeah.
I guess when we see real gold, we'll pee our pants, right, Pete?
Yeah.
So there's a look at where we just were. I worked my way up there. We exposed the vein kind of right there by Harry's left foot, and it just works its way up right under those guys. They're picking on it right now. And then it continues up the hill there and right over the knob. But now I'm gonna go back around this knob and up by that T-post up there and work on that second vein. Got ourselves a little makeshift road up here. The excavator is kind of to where we want it to be. Where am I looking, Harry?
Right here.
Right here. This is the start of the vein.
Right here.
Surface
Ah, okay, perfect.
exposed, so now you're off to your own devices now.
And we're going right off. There's Pete showing. Okay. What I really want to do is I want to pull the footwall away and expose as much of the vein as I can, and then I can peel the vein back into that hole, and we can get a real good look as it comes down, because this is where we're finding a lot of that really, really good gold, and we want to keep it all as separate as we can and find the goodies.
Vein is right there.
We got our vein kind of dug out here. All over here on the left is all just talus rock, loose rock. I've been ripping all this hard rock off, and it's coming pretty easy. Right along the footwall of the vein, there's this intrusive diorite looking stuff. It's loaded with sulfides. And then up here is the vein. So now I'm going to start pulling this slab back, and I might get some vein with it, but I really want to try and keep the vein as intact as I can through this section here, and then that way we can look at it in situ. There's a fancy word for you. It's probably French.
I hear it a lot, but you know.
Means in place. Natural in place. Here's checking things out. Am I right to the footwall there?
Yeah, this is the gouge.
That's the gouge, okay. Like a surgeon.
Didn't know you were such a precision worker.
Just give me a big bucket and a lot of hydraulics.
No dynamite needed.
This is way easier than blasting. We should do it like this every day. All right, we pretty much got the vein exposed here. So this is all the footwall of the vein, all the way down. You can see a little bit of quartz here. There's a big old rusty iron pocket where Harry's at. That's all vein there, isn't it?
This? Yeah, this is vein.
Is this rust? Is this vein?
It's outside of the vein, but it's possible
It's good looking
yeah,
stuff.
intruded. That'd be good to put in a pan and see what happens.
Yeah. Why don't we put it in a sack?
Yeah, we can do that. This is the dirt layer. Quartz. Yeah, this is all loose quartz. I love it.
Quartz. Okay.
Look at that.
Oh yeah, the
It
whole
wants to
vein's
come
gonna,
out.
The whole vein's gonna fall off. There might be a ton right there. I don't know a ton, but there will be a lot. A lot of. We work really hard underground to get a cut like that. I like this. I like the surface mining thing.
Oh yeah, it's great.
You just dig it up. We didn't think this far ahead, so we're using sandbags as a little catch tarp. And we're just gonna peel the vein off onto the bags and see what it looks like. It's also odd. It looks, I mean, the vein's nice and wide over there, 8, 10, 12 inches, and then come over here, and it looks like this is hanging wall waste, and the vein just pinches right down to a little thin little section there. Okay, here he goes. Whoa, vein!
That's easy. It just falls.
Just like we planned it. If you can just take the gold, that would be good.
I gotta find it first.
Take the yellow stuff.
Imagine if the whole vein was like that.
It just peels off. Okay, hold on. Let's see what are we looking at here?
We're looking at
Yeah, wow.
nasty vein.
There's a bunch of green.
Yeah. I think that's organics. Okay, no, you're right. There's a little green there. On the
Green
footwall.
through there. We're still in vein here. All right, keep going. Yep. There's hanging wall.
It looks like quartz still.
That's vein. But is this is waste.
Yeah, so it gets kind of, well, it's going out an angle too, right?
Yes. You know this all stuff we're gonna have to bag up, right?
Yeah, that's fine. You're looking for gold first.
Looking for gold first. Look at all that decomposed vein. Run it right through the crusher. The galena might all be oxidized on the surface here. Yeah.
Yeah, see, it's pinching. Or it's just a slice in the vein.
That's a lot of ore there.
Yeah, this is looking good.
There's some green stuff.
Nice.
Let's see if you can get that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. I like that a lot.
I'm not used to having sunlight while we're looking at the ores. It's an odd feeling of it.
This is new. Ooh, look at all that green.
That stuff is very sick. Well, it's gonna be easy to jaw crush.
Yeah, I sure will. Galena!
Pop this green one up here.
Here's your unoxidized galena.
There we go.
Right
That's
there.
what we want.
That's where the gold is. That's where the gold is.
All right, this one needs to get cracked open.
Break this one.
Yeah.
Where's your hammer?
Hammer.
Here, I can use a bar maybe.
All right. Elbows.
Where's that hammer? There's that dang hammer. Oh, ow.
Safety squint.
What's that? Ooh, what's that, Harry?
Sulfides.
Galena?
Yeah, it's not galena, it's blotchy. It's not blotchy like galena. That's iron.
Iron sulfide.
Chalco. That's chalco, right? I'm not seeing anything.
The brassy stuff. That's a good rock.
Lamanites.
Where's the gold though?
I'm going in the wrong spot.
Well, that's got weight to it too.
It's in there.
What you got?
Lots of cool things.
We just gotta get that magic seam.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, this is heavy.
All right.
This is the galena you're looking for. Yeah, it's blotchy.
We're in the right spot.
Here, see how it's, see that, but here we go. Next to the sulfide, there's this like blotchy stuff. That's the galena. It's just not solid. Now, we are now sampling what we just pulled off the wall here. We pulled off a healthy amount. There's sandbags underneath this pile. So we're gonna fill a few bags. We found some really cool looking stuff. It's not as nice as the pocket that we were on down below, but looks can be very deceiving, especially when it's oxidized like this. No clean face.
All right, getting some up close stuff of this stuff we're pulling out of this hole. Let me see if I can do this. The galena is really, really nice. That has been our gold indicator in the past. And so stuff like this is really good. See if I can hold it still. Can I hold it still? Galena, big platy galena crystals. I just broke this rock open and look at that slab of galena. That's a beautiful crystal of galena right there.
I got good news.
Yeah?
You got chalco now, so chalcopyrite and galena, and I'm starting to see some copper oxidation. So I think we're getting to where we need to be.
Okay, we're getting in the zone.
We'll just mine our way right into the first level.
Yeah, straight down. That's a beautiful piece of galena. That one might have to get slabbed and
Slab bag?
yeah, that's a slab specimen.
Galena
There.
polish is all right. Wow.
Isn't that cool? Let's see what this side looks like. Yeah. Just as good.
Whoa, man.
Is that gold? I don't know. I'm retired from saying it's gold now without looking real hard.
This piece made all this work right here worth it to me, at least.
That galena?
Yeah. That's awesome.
And then over here, little pyrite cubes. Very nice. There you got a little signal while he was detecting he kind of likes.
Yeah, this one.
Okay, we've got our gold here. Where is it? Right there. There's gold. And then was there more of it on here, Harry?
Yeah, it ran right along that little.
Yeah,
right there,
the little
inside
red
that.
line.
It's better with a loop.
But there's our gold. We found another couple pieces this was with that also had gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how much junk you need for it to see something. That's a good one.
Okay.
With this detector, you get little whispers in the sulfides, you know, but if you're getting solid chunks of gold, it'll get them. You just got to be right on the surface.
Right. Got our sample bags from the vein right there. I'll go see what these guys are up to.
All right, we got about 4 bags. Pete's tying up the last sample bag. Exploration. just on the other side of the shaft too. Let's go see how Jason's doing.
All right, last update of day 1 here. Harry and Pete, we're bagging up.
You might want to edit that one out.
That was a good sound. That I have to stay in. They were bagging up that ore we peeled off the vein here. Got bags, and I moved over to the excavator, kind of farther west on strike. And there's a little interesting thing we found here. This vein is striking right towards the excavator, right that way. And then Harry is on the vein, and it's striking just to the right of the peak of that mountain. So the vein takes a little jog here. We see that underground, and I think if you look up the saddle, there's a saddle right here, and so there's a cut that runs right down through here. Right over here is a little high area, and it runs right down through that little hill there. I think there's a fault running right through here, right up through there. It changes the strike of the vein a little bit right in here. We see that underground right underneath here, where the vein has a little, it gets screwed up by this fault. The interesting thing is our high grade pocket that Harry and I mined last time we were here is on the west side of this fault. So here's the fault, west this way, east this way. It's kind of right under where Harry's standing was our super rich pocket. So tomorrow we're going to spend some more time right along this section of the vein. I broke into it here. There's a little bit here. Harry's on it there. Got a little target.
Hot rock. Let's go straight to iron. We're gonna waste 30 seconds of everyone's life for a piece of iron.
Isn't that the truth?
Hot rock.
Let me see that rock.
It's not gold.
Huh.
Let me see. Does it stick? No.
No, no sticky. The detector sure liked it though. Break it. Yeah, I don't know. Hot rock.
Hot rock.
Hot rock.
Don't throw it back in the pile.
Ah, there we go. There's the vein that we left. So we will continue this adventure tomorrow. We're back at the Golden Griffin Mine for day 2. Harry and Pete are up there working the vein. Pete's in the excavator. Harry's doing some metal detecting. Let's go see how they're doing and see how much gold they found. We're back where we left off yesterday. We're digging out this talus here, this little valley, trying to expose as much vein as we can. Oh, it looks like they're hitting it. Nice. So it comes across kind of right here, and then the vein here is right here. There's a little jog in it, somewhere kind of right where I'm standing. It comes along and does a little whoop-de-doo. I'll show you on this side. You're looking straight down the vein strike here, and then it outcrops over there. So there's a little jog in it, like we talked about last time. What do you say, Harry?
Well, I started playing with the detector, filling a couple bags, and
Got
a
some.
couple hot rocks.
Okay. I like that.
Here.
Okay.
And I was starting to find galena. I listened to what you said this morning about the vein in the vein.
Yeah.
And there's kind of like a vein here and a vein there, and then there's this one in the middle. And I was getting the rock singing from right here, so I started pulling it from there. And right here, it seems to be a little fat.
Okay.
And it was singing.
Okay.
And that's that. And you can see the galena.
Yeah. This is the stuff you pulled out of that
Yeah.
middle section.
This little middle section.
Yeah, the galena. That's what we want.
So we call those the high grade of the low grade.
The high grade of the low grade. And these are the ones that all these detected?
They're all saying
on your detector?
Is you either got one, like I got it on one side of the pass, or both passes of the detector.
Okay.
So it indicates some mineralization, and since it's being quartz, it's either going to be iron, galena, sulfides, or all the above.
Which is all of our gold indicators anyway.
Yeah, yeah. Chalco as well. I didn't really see a lot of chalcopyrite, but now that we know, chalco's an indicator.
Yeah. Awesome, and it's that little this little high grade section right in here. Very cool. Let me go look. Are you having fun? What do we got going on down here? I don't even have my boots on yet. Too excited. So we're hitting good vein here. Oh yeah, that's
Right here.
That's good stuff. Yeah, that's what we want. You see vein here anywhere? It's coming.
It's most likely going to be over here.
Yeah.
It's going to be some bend to it.
This might be the fault right here.
It's not my fault.
It's not my fault. So it's coming along here. It maybe curves around in this fault and then goes that way. There's just a lot of arm waving going on out here. Ooh. Cause you're over there.
Yeah.
So we're expecting to pick it up. It might. That's
a 3-foot shift.
What's the word? It's fault drag or something, where you get in a fault and it drags the hanging wall down and the footwall up, or depending on the motion of the ocean here. I like it. This vein looks, this is the best looking vein we've seen yet, I think.
They're gonna right to your left.
Yeah.
I saw a little trace galena in it, but not much.
Yeah. Yeah, now we're talking. We'll have to get in here with some hand tools and clean it off as best we can.
Yeah.
Good start to day number 2. We've done some hand work here on the vein. Uncovered it. Harry's kind of straddling it right there. It comes right down here. Vein, and dead ends right on this cliff face here. So this is literally the fault that offsets this vein, and it moved it down about 3 feet, and we're chasing it here back over to our other hole. So we have a little offset right here, and this fault plane runs right up that gully, just like we showed in the last video, and then you can't see it on the hole, but right down this gully as well. So this is our little offset fault. Only offsets the vein about 3 feet or so, but oftentimes around these faults you'll get a pocket of really nice stuff on one side or the other, or both sides. So anytime you find a structure like that, especially where the vein has some interaction, where it maybe the fault was moving as the vein was still plastic, or maybe still having some movement on the vein, replacement on the vein, that's where you can have some really high grade pockets, because you change pressure, chemistry. Oh, there's 4 of them. I can't remember them all now, but what are they, Harry? Pressure? He's got his earphones on, he can't hear. Pressure, temperature, chemistry, and something else. And if you have a change of any one of those 4, then you can have the minerals start to drop out. And that oftentimes happens around faults, because that fault can act as a change in pressure. The vein's going along and it hits that fault, and it has somewhere to off gas to. So that's why around these faults can be real high grade. And it just so happens that right underneath here is where Harry and I got those really high grade pieces last time we were here in the fall. So there's a real good chance that right along this vein we're gonna get some good stuff. Harry's got a little hit right here. We're trying to get this thing out. You got a hit on the metal detector. And to do that, we pulled this chunk of vein out. And as we pulled it out,
It's running.
Yeah, both sides, the hanging wall here, there's some sulfides here, along here, and the footwall. The red oxidized stuff is where you want to see. There's what's going on there. Is there a little bit even in that white quartz?
Yeah.
What's that? Why is that all yellow?
Because my eyesight sucks.
Because you can't see anything.
Hold on. Let me
Get the old looper duper on it.
No, we're gonna cheat today so they can see too.
Oh, there we go.
I don't know what that thing is.
I don't either. It's not quite yellow enough to be gold, is it?
Could be.
That's the spirit. That's the kind of attitude we like around here. Yeah, let's see what it looks like here.
Finding goodies?
Potentially. Don't blow it away.
I know. Don't blow it off of there.
No.
Oh, pyrite. Chalco.
Whatever was there is gone. You did blow it off.
I blew it off. Well, I just got to sprinkle gold, let it grow bigger. We've got goodies on both sides. Nice galena on the left. And that's where the gold is in this stuff, is with the galena. That would be something to slab right there. Let's see about this face. Hey Harry, there's gold.
Hey!
I think I see gold right there. That gold right there? Or not?
Hard to tell.
Hard to tell. Well, the old saying goes, if you think it's gold, it's probably not. When you see gold, it's real obvious.
Here's another look at some of the high-grade galena with chalcopyrite. There's galena. There's some chalcopyrite in there, but some of it kind of looks like gold. And we experienced this the last time we were here. I don't know what that thing is.
I don't either. It's not quite yellow enough to be gold, is it?
Could be.
That's the spirit. We've uncovered some vein outcrop here in the bottom of our hole. We're gonna have Pete trying to rip it with his excavator. Because hammering on it is not fun. See if he has the reach. Ah!
Oh no!
Ah! Almost!
Almost. More reach.
More!
More reach.
Extendo boom. Here we go. Come on, Mr. Pete. Oh yeah. Oh yeah!
Yeah!
That's way easier than hammering. There we go. All right, we'll play with that for a while. Excavators are fun. Get Harry down here with the detector first. But that's a lot of weight. There's probably 200 pounds worth of rock there that we just yanked out. The red stuff, this stuff right here. Yeah.
This one.
This one. Yeah, that's good. That red kind of crystal, fine grain crystalline quartz. Eyeballs. It looks pretty boring.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Except for all that galena in it. Man, I don't know. I mean, that doesn't look bad.
No, that's good.
Jeez, look at the size of that hole. Trying a little bit different strategy here. This hole went down to nowhere. We almost ran out of reach down there. So we're gonna start over here where we know where the vein is and work our way back towards this hole. It might dip way down steep, we're not sure. All this talus could cover 15 feet before the bedrock is hit. But we got some good vein exposed here. I'm pretty excited about getting that back to crush it.
Here, that's how the sausage is made.
Just showing them all the details.
Yeah. I'm surely gonna knock that over, but I won't move.
Let's see, I got a big one here. Get out. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. It's big. Oh look! Harry! Holy cow!
No.
Gold right there.
No, shut up.
Yeah, man. That bright yellow gold.
Giggity!
Is that it? That's it, right?
Giggity goo, that's it!
Ha! I knew it was here somewhere. Man, oh man. Pete! Come look at this gold!
Hit pause on your...
Harry and Dan are over here by the trucks doing some panning. They're being real cryptic about what they're finding. Said, hey, I've got something to show you, but wait till Bobby comes up. So, and then Harry's getting all weird about it, which I think means they've panned out some pretty darn good stuff.
This is your mine. You do the honors. Have a look.
What is this? Holy crap!